Hello everyone and welcome back again. I've got lots to show you in this episode. I've done quite a few jobs outside and I've got loads of seedlings to show you down here. There's loads over there as well. Lots of salads, herbs, vegetables. But I've had a disaster. I've had a real disaster. It's all alright now. Everything's growing okay now. But I have had a disaster. So what happened was I started off all the early varieties, all your chilies, aubergines, peppers, melons, tomatoes, everything like that. Now, I was a little bit later with them than normal, so it was end of March when I did start them off. And because it was the end of March, I thought, well, I'll sow everything else as well that I normally do. Kale, your Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cucumbers, everything like that. So I've done loads. I went on a mad sowing spree and did loads, which is okay. It's absolutely fine at the end of March, absolutely fine to do. However, I went on Instagram and saw that someone had posted that all her seeds and seedlings had been killed by a compost, and it was the same compost that I'd used. So I came outside and had a bit of a look around, had a bit of a dig about in all the cells. They were all sown in these little green cells, and they'd all gone. So everything had died. Everything that I sowed had died, apart from a couple of melon seeds, which were larger seeds, obviously, so they'd sort of survived it, and I'd resown them. But everything had gone. So, like, oh my god! So it was only a couple of weeks ago that I resowed everything. Luckily, we've had some nice days. It's been nice in the polytunnel, so they're all romping along now and doing absolutely fine. But I am a little bit behind with things like the tomatoes. Normally they're sort of a decent size now, and they're still seedling, and still need to prick some out as well. So I'm a little bit behind there. But I mean, you can still sow tomatoes now. It's absolutely fine. But I'm used to having them a little bit early, and I like to do them a bit earlier. So yes, unfortunately, I'm a little bit behind with those. I'm not going to get any aubergines, unfortunately. I did re-sow, and there's one, I think, listarda Gandia coming through. But I was really looking forward to, I think you had a Turkish orange aubergine as well, and I was really looking forward to that one. So what I'm particularly irritated by as well with it all happening, obviously I'm upset that all the seeds had gone anyway, but I'd lost a lot of varieties that I just didn't have replacements for as well. So I think I'm only growing half the amount of tomatoes that I was doing. I mean, I'm growing too many anyway because I'm growing quite a few of them. I have resown a lot, and but there's some varieties that I'm just not going to get this year, like the Rebel Starfighter Prime. We're really looking forward to that, and there's loads of them actually. We're really looking forward to that just aren't. A chokia as well, not a tomato obviously, but a chokia. I only had one seed of those, and that was given. And I was praying that that was going to be okay, but no, I'm not going to get that either, because what had happened is I got a lot of these seeds in a giveaway, and it was from a person, not a company, so they were all their own stock of seed. So I chose 20 varieties from a massive list of seeds. It was great looking through them of an evening, looking through all the seeds that they got, and I was able to choose 20 from there. And they had some really good varieties that I'd not seen other people grow as well. Obviously, because it's from a person and not a company, they didn't have a full packet of seeds, so I only had about 3 or 4 seeds in each one. And because I'd not really had a problem with sowing before, I'd sown everything. I'd sown them all three, and obviously everything had been wiped out because they had sweet diamond peppers, which is a large bell pepper, but it's white, so that was something a little bit different as well. But we restarted, so I resowed about 2 weeks ago, I think it was, and everything's doing really well. Like I said, it's been really nice in the polytunnel. It's been a little bit chilly overnight outside, so last night I think we got down to -1. Yeah, I think -1 last night. And I did actually mention on Instagram, I did say that, you know, if anyone's got any tenders, any tender plants, please cover them up if you are in a frosty area. And then I completely forgot to cover everything up. But everything's fine. Came out, must have been about 7:30 this morning, came out to have a quick look. It was the cucumbers I were more concerned about. Everything else was, you know, I weren't too bothered about, but cucumbers tend to be a bit, you know, a bit funny, don't they? But they were okay. They were all right. But tonight, I think we're getting down to -2 tonight, so I am going to cover up with some horticultural fleece. Just give them a quick wrap up, and then I know that I've done everything I can do for them. So with the compost, I only use it really to sow seeds, prick out and pot on. Maybe a little bit of topping up of beds as well. But yeah, I've got 8 bags of it. I've got 8 bags of it. So, and I need some more because I've got all these to prick out and I've no compost. So I'm going to have to go out and buy some urgently because I've got loads that need pricking out, mainly salads because we have got a lot. But anyway, I want to show you all these and some of the jobs that I've been doing in the garden. So let's go and have a look. So I've got big piles of twigs and logs and branches and dead leaves that all need clearing, but these ones we chopped up just because they were overhanging and in the way, and I'm going to store them for about a year, chop them up a little bit smaller and use them in the log burner. Now, I know it's a little bit of a jumbled mess in there. I do need to clear it all out and start again, but right now I've got loads of other jobs to do, so I'm just going to pile them on top here and they'll be fine. And then a few months ago I pulled up the remaining leeks, which were only really small, but they're quite a good amount, so they'll be nice in a meal. And this is what I made with it. So I made a leek, garlic and puy lentil gratin with some feta and crispy breadcrumb topping, and it was absolutely delicious. Bit of creme fraiche, salt and pepper, lovely. Right, shall I just talk you through a few of these? So all these are the salad leaves and herbs. So we've got lots going on, and as you can see, they are desperate to be pricked out and planted on. And what I do is I plant them into these trays here, so they all get an individual one until they're ready to be planted outside. So a few leaves I'll talk to you about are these dark rhodon here. Now they start off green, and as you can see they're just starting to go a little bit burgundy. Now these are from saved seeds and they're doing really well, as you can see, and what they do is they'll grow really dark burgundy colour, even more so than this when they are mature. But yeah, really good one to grow. Now the next, this is Tom Thumb, and they are a really small lettuce, and I did them last year and they've grew really well, and they're great for container gardens. You know, if you just want to do a few things in pots, great for containers, great for balconies, even just putting in between plants. Lamb's lettuce is just starting to take off. And then we've got the red and green salad bowl mixed, which is a mixed pack of all sorts of different ones. And as you can see here, I've already pricked some out, and some are just green, and then some have got red tinge to them. So they're all different ones. This is salad and iceberg lettuce. As you can tell, we do eat a lot of lettuces. So we have lots of salads, lots of tacos. So we need a lot of salads, and that's what you need to do. You need to sow and grow what you actually eat. So on the herbs here, coriander's still not come through as yet. Normally it's quite good to come through, but we've got Greek oregano. That's normally my nemesis, and it's doing really well this year. We've got lots of thyme growing on the parsley, dill. Now then, the basil plants. We've got a few. We've got sweet basil, basil genovese, which tend to be the normal sort of basil varieties, and then we've got cinnamon basil. Now I'm wondering, I wonder whether it smells already. Let's have a bit of a rub, just being gentle. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, definite smell of cinnamon there. Yeah, well that'd be interesting to use. So you always like the little basil leaves, like the smiles, like smiley faces, or is that just me? No. Tomatoes, as you can see, I've still got some that need pricking out, but I've done some already. Now these are in 9cm pots, and I've got those there, and I've also got a few there. So yeah, not as large as what they normally are at this time of year. I normally got them quite large, and they're outside sunning themselves during the daytime, but these ones I've kept in the polytunnel now just to get a little bit larger, and then I'm still taking them inside the house at night. Melons there. Melons doing okay. I've got an Armenian cucumber as well, which is a really long cucumber. The first time ever of strawberry spinach, so I sowed a few of those in there. We've got some cayenne pepper. My eldest absolutely loves cayenne pepper, loves it on everything, so I'm going to, obviously they're a little bit later anyway, but I'm going to try and grow those on this year, along with the Nardello peppers there. And then we've got some of the courgettes that I've just pricked out. I did have them in these little trays here, so I had 3 to each cell. As you can see, I've got the squash growing in these that need pulling out now and planting on. Here we have all of the brassicas and the peas and the beans. So this one I'm particularly interested in. This is called Spizbladine, I think that's how you pronounce it, and it's a 2-metre high kale, so that'd be good. I'll have to get the ladders out for that one. A few of those growing. And then we've got Brussels sprouts, lots of different peas, beans here. We've got Carter's Market pea, Montezuma's red bean. We've got some purple peas here as well. We've got the Ecosse Violet, which is a climbing purple bean. These always do really well for me, and I think these were from Saved Seeds as well. So I'm going to grow those on outside. I am going to actually plant some direct as well in the next month or so, but I'm just going to start these off obviously inside. Got more early purple broccoli, I've got tons of that. We've got purple Brussels sprouts down here called Red Bull. This is a cauliflower now. Hard work of cauliflowers, aren't they? But this is a really small one. So if you struggle to get a really large head of cauliflower, these ones are called cauliflower. These are called igloo, and they're a really small one. So if you struggle, we'll try these out. So I was just clearing up all these dead leaves here from the cordyline that's sadly taken a bit of a hitting with the bad winter that we had at -9, and it shed all of its leaves here, so I've been clearing those up. But look what I found. This is the wild garlic that I planted about 2 years ago, I think it was, and I didn't think it was growing. And then when I've just had a look, because obviously I've hidden it in between trees and things like that, so I've not really noticed it, but I've got my own personal pesto patch. I'm so pleased with that, and it's just flowering at the moment as well. Just starting to bud. Brilliant. Well, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that'd be great. If you click the little bell, it'll notify you every time I pop a video on as well. Pop a video on as well. I'll see you next Wednesday. I'm going to be doing them every Wednesday now, and if I have time, I'll do little snippets of certain subjects on a weekend. But the main one will be Wednesday, so I'll see you then. I'm going to be doing what to sew in May next week. So have a good one. Bye.